Okay, so just an intro to the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem works for 90-degree triangles. And for one thing, we need to learn how to label them before we can use it. So the longest side of a right triangle, or across from the 90-degree, is called the hypotenuse, which we're going to label letter C. The two sides that form the 90-degree angle are called legs. Leg A, leg B. So I'm going to go through some examples to show you how we use the Pythagorean theorem, okay, and some other ways to do that. So we're not always going to solve for C. So the actual Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. But we're not always going to solve for c. So we have two other equations. A squared is equal to c squared minus b squared, and b squared is equal to c squared minus a squared, depending on what they give us. So if we're solving for c, I have 3 meters, 4 meters. So they give us a and b. So we're going to use a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So a is 3, 3 squared. B is 4, 4 squared is equal to c squared. So 9 plus 16 is equal to c squared. 25 is equal to c squared. Now, when you're doing the Pythagorean theorem, at the end we have to take the square root of both sides. So the square root of 25 is 5. Square root of c squared is c. So this becomes 5 meters. But again, we don't always solve for c. So they give us something that looks like this. So let's say 10 meters, x, okay. Oops, x, my bad. So let's redo that. Let's go. And 6 meters. So in this case, we label longest side across as C. I want to say A, so we need to find B. So we're going to use B squared is equal to C squared minus A squared. So B squared. C is 10 squared minus 6 squared. We do the math. B squared equals 100 minus 36. B squared equals 64. Again, we're going to take the square root at the end of both sides. So B is equal to 8. So this is 8 meters on this side. So the major thing, you have to label your triangle first, then determine what you need to find.